Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my bullet journal, and it's going to be a flip through of my travel to Yosemite National Park and our little vacation that we took there. And I wanted to start out just showing you guys the pages of my Yosemite packing list and the itinerary that I had done. If you have any interest in looking at how I did this, I did make a video on it, so feel free to go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, the only big thing I would change about the spread is I didn't have many things to put in the boxes here, so maybe thinking of something more important to put in those would be ideal. And then also just the weather stuff across the top. So getting into the first day here, it was a travel day, and this was my travel journal for all intents and purposes on this trip. So I did not really take anything big except for my HP Sprocket and then my camera. And I'm going to show you how this little HP Sprocket thing works. I'm not going to print one actually, but I'm just going to show you. This was the case that I took with me, and my little HP Sprocket printer. I will put a link down there below if you guys are interested in checking that out. And I used both the HP Sprocket printing paper as well as the Polaroid printing paper because it works the same. So I just wanted to have another way to commemorate the things that we saw, and other than drawing, taking a photo is really awesome, and I think it looks really cool in your bullet journal to have these little photos here. And again, I did do a little bit of doodling in here, and just basically taking notes or writing about the day and the adventures that we had. In this photo, it was on our hike around the Lower Valley Loop Trail, and this was a picture of El Capitan with the Merced River. And then I had this really cool photo and I used my DSLR camera to take the photos and transferred them to my phone to then print them. So that was Yosemite Falls, and then I had El Capitan, the snow, and then at the very top of Yosemite Falls, this really cool tree that I really liked. And then the other little circles and octagons, the little geometric shapes, I just used my little ruler that you guys are familiar with. That's really easy to just throw in between the pages, and then you can just pull it out and use it whenever you need to. On this page, we left really early and went to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. And in these parks, in all national parks, they have stamps that you can use. They sell a little booklet that you can use to stamp in it, but I thought it was really cool to put the stamp in my bullet journal. It made it look a little more scrappy and I thought a little artistic or whatever. So the other thing I did on this page was I used my DSLR camera to take all these photos, and so I took several photos of this giant tree and then just printed them and sort of lined them up so they are sort of overlapping. It's a pretty thick part of the page, but I think it looks really cool to see it in more of a scale. If you're not into these stamps, they also sell these little sticker sets that you can get, and I liked that they also came with these little side notes about the national park itself. So I had me against the fallen monarch, and then just coming back into Yosemite. And then on this day, we found the only sign in Yosemite National Park, so I definitely had to put that in there because we always love to take pictures next to the sign of wherever we're going. I did a little bit more doodling on this page. I was just really impressed by the giant sequoias, and we found these amazingly large pine cones, and so I definitely thought it would be cool to put that little pine cone doodle in there. This page is also pretty awesome. I did this little otter doodle that I had found on Pinterest, and this is where we went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, so that is their sort of symbol of the kelp forest, and then just some photos of the creatures that we saw in the aquarium. So I really enjoyed going to the aquarium, and this was actually a wild sea otter that we saw, and so it's my only picture that I have ever really taken of a true, like, really cool wildlife animal. So I definitely recommend going to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and if you're interested in taking a look at this, you can check out my video on that. This last page is where we stopped on the way there, this little place that was called Casa de Fruta, and it also had a gas station, and everything was named Casa de something. So I wanted to commemorate that by taking the little sticker off of our saltwater taffy that I purchased there to put it on there. This was also from the Seafood Watch. It was from the Aquarium, so it's a list of appropriate fish that you can eat. I don't really eat a lot of fish, but it was, I thought it was an interesting thing here. And then our last day in Yosemite, I went to the visitor center and found their stamps and got the 2 stamps that they have there, the little sticker, just to commemorate our time in Yosemite and have something to put in my little book here, my Bujo journal. And then just pictures of the Awani Hotel and the inside of how really awesome and cool that was looking. And then, this little sticker over here in the top left-hand corner is actually a stamp. It's a commemorative stamp. And so I thought that was really cool. Then the very, very last day, which was really a travel day, there wasn't really a whole lot going on. We were traveling home, so nothing really big that you want to write about, but I just put some of the stuff that really didn't fit anywhere else. So that was the envelope that held our actual key, our parking permit for when we were in Yosemite, our plane ticket on the bottom where we left from Fresno, and then every hotel has the little notepad paper, and so this one just had the Yosemite heading on it, and I really liked that, so I wanted to keep it just because it said Yosemite on it, which may be a little extreme. But yeah, so this has been my bullet journal. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope it helps you with some ideas on your travel journal. It doesn't have to be a crazy, super artistic travel journal to be good. So like and subscribe below. Have an awesome day.